Hi, lovely ones. I'm Sheila Maria. I am a psychic medium for starseeds, and welcome to the November predictions for 2021. Now, there are so many predictions out there which I feel just cause fear that is not something I am going to do. So, my predictions are aimed at preparing you and empowering you to create the life you came here to live. So I have got loads of predictions here. I'm only going to share the ones that I believe are relevant and that are going to empower you. So people feel in November as though it's time to consider future plans. So this includes starting up new businesses, moving house, selling houses, planning travel, and investments are all on the rise. So people feel more empowered than they have, I want to say, for 3 years. So we are also seeing some investment in the infrastructure around mental health, and we actually see the links being made between suicide and people that have body dysmorphia, and there being a link to being in the wrong body, and perhaps they haven't been diagnosed. And we feel as though, although this is an area that thankfully is much more open and much more supportive than it used to be, we are still feeling that there are some individuals who go into body dysmorphia, which is where you really hate the look of your body as an early teen, and sometimes those awful effects of that, which can be mental health, eating disorders, personality disorders, sometimes it's brought on in puberty. And I'm not an expert at all. I've been through this with my own child, and we are seeing that there is either going to be a study or there's going to be a link that is made between the individual actually being in the wrong body, and it's a genetic thing. It's an inbuilt thing rather than it actually just being an eating disorder or body dysmorphia. So we see that those links are being made. We may not actually hear about it, but I would celebrate all of that. So we also see, let's have a look at what else we see that is positive. We actually see Oprah opening up about some struggles that she's had, that she's been very private about. And we feel these are to do with health. And we feel that there are going to be some stigmas that are busted or cleared up because of this. From a personal point of view, we see that people are going to really be seeing the truth, and they're going to be seeing the difference between what the media would have us believe and what the truth really is. We're also seeing there being some protests within certain communities, which are all to do with a lack of funding being attributed to those communities. So I want to say the LGBT community, we feel that there's going to be some protests to do with that, with there being a lack of support from local councils. We also see there being some kind of uprising to do with the lack of physical support for dementia patients as well. So this is something that we see coming in. We also see people seeing more alien craft in the sky, and they're reporting missing time. Okay. We also see a rise in people seeking out help through spells and white witches. And we see some magical circles being formed, and they're very open about the fact that they are now a member of a magical circle. So I'm calling it a magical circle because it's not just Wicca. There's druidic circles, there are shamanic circles, there are different types, but people that have found that they have had very little support or progress in their lives over the last couple of years. And we're talking like white collar workers here, okay, that would have laughed in your face if you'd have suggested harnessing energy. We're actually saying that they're going to be quite open with their colleagues and with their families about the fact that they're now practicing esoteric practices. We also see that there is a call for investigations into the building trade in some way. Okay, so there is definitely going to be some investigations, and we feel that this is going to be of benefit to people that are wanting to buy their first home. It's something to do with the actual costs. So I've actually got Archangel Metatron with me this morning helping me out, and this is not an angel I usually work with. Okay, there's also going to be a rise in twin pregnancies, which is interesting. We are going to see a rise in people calling for assisted dying within their country. Okay, and it being made affordable. This is something which is going to start to be discussed quite openly. And we're also seeing some kind of holographic matrix being created, which is going to allow people to map the changes within their aura. So this is like a scientific prediction here. It's literally that the human energy field, not just the body, will be mapped so that we can see the effect of different energies within the body, but within the aura before it's within the body. And I feel like this is already in progress as well. We are also seeing here some kind of study into astral travel being done at a scientific institution, okay? And it feels as though this is a Western institution. Okay, so we've got somebody publishing a groundbreaking memoir or autobiography under a pen name, but really everybody knows who it is, and it feels as though this is a previous politician or previous prime minister, and it's going to cause quite a stir. Okay, so regarding the royal family, we do feel that Prince Andrew's case will not be settled out of court. We feel as though, you know, they're not just going to take money and go away. I want to be very positive about what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing Harry coming back to the UK and being welcomed back. He's coming back by himself. I'm also seeing, I am seeing a royal pregnancy that is going to take everybody by surprise. So I'm not quite sure who that's with, but this is what I'm seeing. Okay. I'm also seeing, I'm seeing a pop star that is very well known coming out about a polyamorous lifestyle, and really sort of making that acceptable, okay? And we are seeing a rare bird that we thought was extinct is being discovered. And we are seeing some kind of drive which is connected to crops helping climate change. Now, this is something that I don't know, but it's something to do, and this is like Western because that's what I know. Something to do with the way that we farm, something to do with the how often we we plant crops and how often we harvest them, and something to do with that affecting the carbon footprint. Okay, I'm not pretending I understand any of that. There's going to be some discoveries made about elephants, and there's going to be like a language. We know that they're very sentient and they're self-aware, but this is more than that. It's going to be proven that they do actually have proper conversations, so that's actually going to be shown as well. Okay. And there's going to be some kind of event between now and the end of the year that brings most of the world together. And I don't think the event itself is positive, but I feel the events that follow whatever this is will actually bring dividing sides together. And I'm being drawn to the Middle East and Africa here. Okay, it's like you've got two opposing sides, and it's like there's something that brings two opposing sides together. So this could be Pakistan and India, and I know that's in India, that's not in Africa. I'm not very good with my continents, but it's like two opposing sides are going to come together because it's going to affect both countries. Okay. I also feel as though there's a new species of whale that's going to be found. I also want to say that there is going to be some information come to light about ET contact, and it's going to come from a very credible source. I also want to say that there's going to be a discovery of the use of flowers in medicines for cancer, okay? And it's like flowers. We're not talking herbalism or anything like that. It's like flowers in their raw form and the effect that they can actually have on the energy field. Right, okay. Let me just tune into this. There's going to be some kind of musical or orchestrated piece brought out. This is probably not in November, this is probably going into spring, which is highlighting the troubles in Afghanistan. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. It's like things that need to be brought to light, and it's going to be musicalized in some way. I also feel like there's going to be some schools that bring in meditation as an option for children, and there's going to be some studies into this, and we're talking mainstream schools here. I also feel that there's going to be a breakthrough in finding life outside of Earth. And I don't feel this is on a planet. I feel that this is in space. Something's going to be captured that shows that there is life within the ether, not as we know it, but there we go. And there's also going to be some kind of natural phenomenon that shows that the Earth has a consciousness herself. There's going to be some kind of phenomenon, like some gases that come out, that are going to show that Earth has a consciousness within herself. And I'm going to Australia with this, okay? So for you guys personally, okay, a lot of you are going to be planning holidays that are overseas. Like, we're not just talking Spain here, we're talking to countries you've always wanted to visit. We also see a lot of you breaking free of the institutions and either taking your money out of banks or looking at ways to actually become more self-sufficient. We're not talking about living off the grid, but we're just talking about not relying so much on the electricity companies, not relying so much on the banks, and actually finding ways to become, you know, more individual within yourself. We also see there being something about the prison system which is going to have to change, and this is going to benefit young juveniles. That basically the release rate can often cause them to reoffend. There's going to be something to do with young juveniles, and there's going to be something to do with changing the prison system that is actually going to lower, over time, it's going to lower crime. Okay, I want to thank you all for being with me. This is the November predictions video. I also have up on my YouTube, and I'll be putting them out over the next couple of weeks, the individual angel predictions for each sign. And I am also now taking orders for my video 12-month 2022 readings. They're just £88. They're half price at the minute, and you get a free abundance clearing as well. And if you would like one of those, you just need to go to my website, SheelaghMaria.com. You just need to click the £88 session and then message me and tell me that it's the video 12-month forecast that you want, and the abundance clearing, and I will be in contact with you straight away. For now, I want to wish you a happy November. I'm sending you all my love and brightest blessings from me and the team. And if you enjoyed this, please would you like, share and subscribe? It would make such a difference to me, and we would be very grateful. Lots of love. Thank you.